Lando bottles yet another pole position. Verstappen calls his quali lap the best ever, and Ferrari is slow even after upgrades. Do consider subbing. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Lando Norris, the talented British driver, found himself grappling with a challenging situation after a crash during the qualifying session at the Saudi Grand Prix. He admitted with a heavy heart that he let the team down when a silly risk led to his unfortunate mishap, costing him not just his lap, but a shot at pole position. During the early laps of Q1, Norris made a costly mistake in Sector 1 that abruptly ended his chances of setting a competitive time. Watching closely, he saw his rival, Max Verstappen, secure pole position in Jeddah, a sight that surely added to his frustration. Despite the mishap, Norris remains optimistic. He shared how he felt the McLaren was strong and competitive, indicating that he believed they had a good chance to excel. Still, he had to face the reality that his ambitious quest for a top spot in the grid turned into a disappointing P10 finish, leaving him without the opportunity to compete in Q3. In the mixed zone, right after visiting the medical center for a precautionary check, Norris reflected on his performance. He described the crash as a silly mistake and expressed his disappointment. He acknowledged that this error complicated matters for his team, particularly because they faced the urgent task of repairing the car ahead of the following day's race. As he conversed with the media, Norris emphasized his desire to fight for pole position. He recognized that taking unnecessary risks, especially during Q1, is not advisable. However, he also remained grounded, noting that even with his optimal performance, a spot on pole wasn't guaranteed since Verstappen and Red Bull showed strong pace throughout qualifying. In the backdrop of Norris's struggles, other teams and drivers were making headlines as well. For instance, Charles Leclerc expressed concern regarding Ferrari's latest upgrades, suggesting the performance was pretty similar to before, indicating that there might still be hurdles to overcome for the Scuderia. As the race approaches, all eyes will be on Norris to see how he recovers from this setback and whether he can turn things around for McLaren, moving from a disappointing qualifying session to a strong race performance. The drivers face not only the competition from rivals, but also the pressure of delivering results, making each moment on the track crucial. With the support of his team and a focus on the positives, Norris is determined to make improvements. Tomorrow presents an opportunity for redemption, and Norris is ready to tackle the race with the resolve to overcome the odds stacked against him. In the ever-competitive world of Formula One, every lap counts, and Lando Norris is eager to show that he can rebound from mishaps and deliver when it matters most. Tune in for what promises to be an exciting race day in Jeddah. Max Verstappen's recent performance during the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix qualifying has drawn significant attention. After securing a stunning pole position, Verstappen expressed a sense of disappointment despite the achievement. He stated, "I'm not going to be proud. I'm not going to be happy. I've let myself down and let the team down," highlighting the intense pressure competitors feel as they strive for excellence. On the other hand, Lando Norris provided a different perspective on the current performance of the McLaren team. He emphasized that while their car has shown potential, it is not quite at the level to claim pole positions against formidable competitors like Verstappen and George Russell. "We have a strong car, clearly not as good as what we would like," Norris commented, underscoring the continuous challenges each team faces during the season. In the final practice session, Norris showcased impressive driving skills, topping the charts ahead of the race, which hinted at McLaren's potential. However, during the weekend in Saudi Arabia, he noted the difficulty of handling the McLaren MCL39, a factor that has kept him on his toes throughout the competition. As for upgrades and team dynamics, Norris is labeled as extremely sensitive when it comes to adjustments in his driving style. The ongoing collaboration between Norris and the McLaren team is crucial as they strive to optimize performance ahead of the race. Stay tuned for further updates and analysis as we navigate the fast-paced world of Formula One, where every detail could make or break a race weekend. Charles Leclerc recently opened up about his concerns regarding Ferrari's performance after qualifying P4 in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. As the lights went out for the race, it became evident that despite his best efforts, the team's pace was not where it needed to be. After the qualifying session, Leclerc expressed his dissatisfaction. "I'm really not happy," he told the media, reflecting on the nuances of his lap that felt right, but still resulted in a disappointing position. The reality hit home when he noticed the gap to pole sitter Max Verstappen, a considerable 0.376 seconds. Leclerc's sentiment suggests that even with Ferrari's upgrades on the SF25, the competitive edge seems to have vanished. He noted that the car's performance felt pretty similar to their previous outings. This raises a significant question. How can a team with so much potential struggle with the same issues even after an upgrade? Leclerc found himself lined up next to George Russell on the second row. While Russell was in active contention for pole, Leclerc seemed resigned to the fact that Ferrari remained a step behind. "Always a step behind," echoed in his thoughts as he pondered the gap to the frontrunners, leaving him to wonder why their upgrades weren't effective. During interviews, he detailed the balance issues he faced on the track. "I either have massive understeer or massive oversteer," he explained, highlighting a critical problem. This lack of grip made it impossible for him to match the pace of the drivers ahead. Even though he felt he was getting comfortable in the car, the everlasting grip issue overshadowed his efforts. Leclerc's experience in the last 3 qualifying sessions has helped him maximize the car's potential, but he knows the overall performance still lags behind his expectations. "The potential is just not yet at the level where I want it to be," he admitted, capturing the frustration that has been felt not just by him, but also by fans of the prancing horse. As the season progresses, both Leclerc and the team will have to dig deep to identify the underlying issues. With such a talented driver at the helm, it will be interesting to see how Ferrari responds to these troubling signs as they strive to regain their competitive edge. Max Verstappen's reaction to his stunning pole lap in Jeddah was enthusiastic. He noted that the car came alive in the night, signaling strong confidence ahead of the race. However, there's a notable concern regarding the performance of Ferrari. Charles Leclerc expressed disappointment over their upgrades, stating they had expected a better response, but the gap to the leading teams remained unchanged. Ferrari entered the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix with new components, including a redesigned floor introduced at the previous race in Bahrain. Yet, despite this effort, Leclerc pointed out that the anticipated improvement was not evident. Compounding this, Lewis Hamilton struggled too, finishing 7th, indicating it's not just Ferrari facing challenges. As Ferrari looks to pose more of a threat to teams like McLaren, they have multiple rear and beam wing options in play. The tension within the team is palpable, especially after the underwhelming outcomes that hindered Leclerc's podium ambitions earlier in the season. He started strong in Bahrain, but ultimately missed out. Moreover, Leclerc has chosen to carefully downplay Hamilton's praise for Ferrari's upgrades, emphasizing that while the improvements are appreciated, they still lag behind competitors. As the season progresses, both Ferrari and Hamilton are in dire need of decisive enhancements. This raises the question, how will Ferrari tackle these setbacks? Fans will be watching closely as the team seeks answers to boost their performance in the upcoming races. Tune in to find out if they can claw their way back into contention. Max Verstappen has once again showcased his incredible talent on the track, securing pole position for the 2025 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. His stunning lap was just 0.01 seconds faster than Oscar Piastri's performance, a breathtaking showdown that kept fans on the edge of their seats. Verstappen expressed his excitement, noting that the Red Bull RB21 came alive in the night. This electric performance came after a challenging weekend that began with difficulties in Bahrain. However, during the second practice session, it seemed clear that the RB21 was ready to deliver, something that became evident throughout the qualifying hour. As the contenders jostled for the lead, the race took an unexpected turn when Lando Norris crashed, opening a window for Verstappen and his competitors. His race engineer, Gianpiero Lambiase, played a pivotal role in strategizing for the red flag restart, predicting there would be just enough time for 2 crucial laps. This foresight allowed Verstappen to settle into his rhythm before launching into that final push for pole. Finishing ahead of Piastri by a mere heartbeat, Verstappen reflected on his achievement, saying, "I'm very happy. I definitely didn't expect to be on pole here after FP3 and looking at how the whole weekend was." His words highlight not only his surprise but also the sheer intensity of qualifying, where every fraction of a second matters. The final modifications made to the car contributed significantly to his comfort behind the wheel. Verstappen remarked, "We made some final changes and it was a lot more enjoyable to drive." Driving on a circuit filled with tight walls adds a layer of complexity, making it clear why he felt it crucial to nail his performance. Standing out as the fastest qualifier had its perks, especially when looking ahead to race day. "It's really satisfying to be first here in qualifying, the best position for tomorrow," he noted. However, the reigning world champion was also realistic about the challenges that lay ahead. "I think tomorrow in the race it will be tough to keep them behind, but we're going to give it a good go." During an on-track interview with Jamie Chadwick, he acknowledged a notable trend. 3 of the last 4 races at this circuit have been won from pole position. Yet Verstappen remained focused and committed to the present challenge, to the Mesenton Challenge, emphasizing the importance of remaining in the moment rather than dwelling on past victories. As the excitement builds toward race day, Verstappen concluded optimistically, stating, "We'll do our best. So far, I'm just very happy that we again had a solid qualifying, much better than what we had in Bahrain." His positive mindset is crucial as he prepares to face whatever the race has in store. Meanwhile, Piastri accepted the outcome with grace, expressing admiration for Verstappen's achievement. He praised the Dutchman for executing a good job with his qualifying lap, indicating a sportsmanlike recognition of the competition within the Formula One arena. As the weekend unfolds, fans await to see how this thrilling battle for supremacy will translate into race action. With Verstappen on pole and Piastri hot on his heels, there's no doubt that the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix promises to be a heart-pounding spectacle. Lando Norris showcased an impressive performance by topping the final practice session ahead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. This display not only highlights McLaren's prowess, but also sets an exciting tone for the race weekend. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda has openly addressed his challenge against Max Verstappen, stating, "I know that if I unlock that area, I would be able to probably beat him." It's clear that the competitive spirit is alive and well in the paddock. Furthermore, George Russell has expressed his views regarding Max Verstappen's future with Mercedes, asking, "Why wouldn't they want to sign Max?" This dialogue reveals the strategic maneuvering and shifts happening within the teams, as each driver looks to position themselves for upcoming races. However, whispers of uncertainty surrounding Verstappen's tenure at Red Bull have begun to circulate. An insider hints at the possibility of Verstappen considering a break from Formula One, which would certainly create waves throughout the entire sport. As the countdown to race day continues, the excitement is palpable. Fans are eager to see how the soft tire compounds of this year's race will impact performance. Given that the tires are softer than last year, teams are bracing for a challenging contest. Ultimately, with so much at stake and strategies still unfolding, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix promises to deliver a thrilling spectacle, captivating viewers around the globe. Exciting news is on the horizon for Yuki Tsunoda, as Red Bull has confirmed a significant boost in his journey with the team. After a solid performance following his recent promotion, Tsunoda is set to drive the title-winning RB19 car in a private test scheduled for next week at Silverstone, just after the buzz of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Since stepping in to replace Liam Lawson 2 races into the 2025 Formula One season, Tsunoda has impressed with his adaptability and speed. Demonstrating commendable pace in the challenging RB21 car, he has shown potential during races in Japan and Bahrain. This private test not only represents a crucial step in his development, but also provides an opportunity for him to familiarize himself with the successful RB19. The upcoming test aims to accelerate Tsunoda's adjustment to the team dynamics and car setup. Set for Wednesday at Silverstone, the test will follow a simulator session at Red Bull's factory in Milton Keynes on Tuesday. This preparatory work is key as Tsunoda approaches the first triple header of the season, with Silverstone serving as the backdrop for this pivotal moment in his career. The RB19 is not just any car, it's the most successful vehicle in F1 history, having achieved victory in 21 out of 22 races last year, with Max Verstappen taking home his third consecutive world championship. Tsunoda's experience in this car is expected to be invaluable, as he and the team explore various setups and strategies ahead of the next race in Miami on May 4th. Interestingly, the plans for this test have been in the works since Tsunoda was confirmed as Lawson's replacement at the end of March. Lawson had previously enjoyed his turn in the RB19, giving him hands-on experience before stepping into the 2025 season. For Tsunoda, this test at Silverstone is not only crucial for his confidence, but also reflects Red Bull's commitment to elevating his performance. The only prior experience Tsunoda has with Red Bull machinery took place during the post-season test in Abu Dhabi last December, where he tested Verstappen's championship-winning RB20. Now, with this potential breakthrough ahead, fans and analysts alike are keeping a close eye on how Tsunoda will adapt to the RB19 and what this means for his future with Red Bull. Stay tuned for more updates as Yuki Tsunoda continues his journey with Red Bull Racing and prepares to take on new challenges in the upcoming races. As Yuki Tsunoda continues to adapt to life at Red Bull Racing, he's actively monitoring his progress with the new RB21 car. Speaking to the media in Jeddah, Tsunoda expressed that while he's not at 100% confidence just yet, he feels he has made significant strides compared to his earlier performances. He shared, "It's definitely more than for sure Suzuka and how I started in Bahrain. I wouldn't say I'm fully confident, but there's definitely improvement." He emphasized that building confidence takes time, particularly as he navigates the unique challenges of the Saudi circuit. Tsunoda acknowledged the importance of understanding the car's operations to maximize performance. "There's still a lot I don't fully grasp regarding setups and tire warm-up," he noted, "and it's crucial for me to dig into these areas so I can contribute to development in the future." Despite some ups and downs during practice sessions, he claims to be able to piece it together during qualifying and race day, which is vital for such a competitive field. On a more competitive note, Tsunoda has his sights set on Max Verstappen, stating, "I know that if I unlock that area, I would be able to probably beat him." This determination showcases his ambition and the evolving rivalry within the team. As he prepares for the next Grand Prix, all eyes are on Tsunoda as he seeks to refine his skills and challenge the elite. Stay tuned for more updates on his journey with Red Bull Racing.